must-watch Taiwanese drama that every K-drama fan will surely love. They will be 3 parts. Part 2. Tokyo Juliet. When Lin Lai-su's stolen fashion design, Daisy, rocketed Chu Xing into becoming one of the top fashion designers in the world, Lai-su vowed not to fall in love until she become more famous than him. That is until she meets Jifeng Liang, who slowly starts breaking down her resolve. They start dating, and it wasn't long until Lai-su discovers a secret about Jifeng Liang that can undo all her work. Now Lai-su must choose between the man she thought she knew and the dream that has been fueling her since she was 5. Corner with Love. Xin Lei, a girl from a wealthy family, and Qin Lang, a guy who came to Shanghai to pursue his dream of becoming an artist, meet by accident at a corner when her car and his bike crash into each other. They meet again when Xin Lei goes to the restaurant that Qin Lang works at. They truly get to know each other when Xin Lei asks him to teach her how to make oyster pancakes. Then, Xin Lei's parents' company goes bankrupt. Without telling her, Xin Lei's parents go into hiding, leaving only a plane ticket and a key to their house in Taiwan. To make matters worse, Xin Lei's fiancé breaks the engagement due to his parents' wishes. The only 2 people she has now are Qin Lang and her best friend Qian. Qin Lang then tells her that he is leaving for Taiwan, so they bade farewell. When Xin Lei arrives in Taiwan, she finds out that Qin Lang's family has been living in the house for years. After much controversy, Qin Lang's grandmother finally lets her stay. Thus begins a magical love story. Hi, sweetheart. Shuhai was a certifiable dork when he first arrived in Hangzhou. After his schoolmate Bao Zhu saved him from bullying, she became his first love. Then, a misunderstanding caused them to lose contact when she moved back to Taiwan. He thought she dumped him, so he transformed himself from a dork to a hunk in order to seek revenge. Material Queen. Lin Chuman is a fashion model who does not prejudice against a man for being short, fat, ugly and old, as long as he is rich. So when she discovers that her perfect man is only a hired body double for the real billionaire Mr. Norman, and his true identity is a penniless music student in Paris named Kai Jia Hao, she immediately dumps him. As karma would have it, she loses her job to a younger model, her rich lover kicks her to the curb, and she finds out Kai Jia Hao will be her new roommate. Lin and Kai's unexpected living arrangement forces them to reconcile and to really get to know each other. As Lin becomes closer to Kai, despite her aversion to penniless man, her goal of nabbing Yan Kai-ming, a real estate tycoon, become less of a priority, and she starts to question whether being happy equates to being rich. Drunken to Love You. 2 strangers, both proposed marriage to their respective girl-boyfriend, were rejected on the same day. They decided that the best way to deal with the rejection was to get drunk, real drunk. During the 24 hours of their crazy drunkenness, these 2 strangers became fast friends and got married to each other. When they finally sobered up, they embarked on a mission to undo every crazy thing they did while they were drunk and prayed that their girl-boyfriend don't find out. Fabulous Boys. The story revolves around a fictional boy band named A.Gel. The management company of the idol group A.Gel insisted on adding a new singer to the group, as the lead vocal, Tai Jing's voice was hurting. However, the new member, Mai Nan, had to go to the States to repair a botched eye job just before signing the contract. His agent came up with the idea of having his twin sister, Gao Mei Nu, a nun in training who has to pose as her twin brother and take his place in the group, and to stand in for him. The 2 of them grew up in an orphanage, and Mei Nu, who was all set to become a nun, agreed to this charade, as she didn't want to spoil her brother's chance of fame, which would make it easier to look for their mother. In Time with You. Time is a woman's enemy. On her 30th birthday, Cheng Yu King received an email from Li Deren, her male best friend of 14 years, about the symptoms of premature aging. Unable to bear the fact that, as a man, Li Deren is likened to a fine wine that gets better with age, and that as a woman, she is likened to a grape that will dry up like a raisin over time, She makes a bet with him to see who will marry first before they turn 35. As she scouts for a potential husband, she finds that despite whoever she meets, there is always one person whom she can be totally at ease with and who is willing to put up with her independent, ill-tempered and stubborn personality, her best friend, Ren. The only problem is that the both of them had already sworn to each other that they would never fall in love with each other. The prince turn into Shan Junhao, the CEO of a large hotel chain, is the stereotypical heir, spoiled, cold-hearted, and ruthless. He meets Yi Tianyu, a schemer and somewhat of a gold digger, and after a series of events, Tianyu accidentally runs Junhao over. Turns out Junhao has lost all of his memories and became a kind-hearted and loving person. Just when love is in the air, Junhao's family came looking for him, and he has a fiancée who loves and misses him. Some more accidents occurred, and Junhao lost all of his memories of Tianyu and went back to being a spoiled heir. However, Tianyu fights for their love, even though Junhao thinks of her as a lying schemer. Will Junhao remember his love for Tianyu? Who will Junhao choose? And who is the person causing all the accidents? They kiss again. Xiang Qin and Jishu switch to medical school to become nurse and doctor respectively. During that time, Jishu meets new rivals who wish to outdo him, and Xiang Qin makes 4 new friends, and one of them likes her and wishes to replace Jishu. How will their married life turn out to be? Absolute boyfriend. Guan Xiaofei is a girl who is unlucky in love. One day, a strange-looking salesman gives her a business card for a website that sells love figures androids designed for lovemaking. On the spur of the moment, and without really understanding the implications, she orders her perfectly made man for a 3-day free trial, actually not realizing that after the trial, she either has to pay an awfully big amount of money or return the robot. It so happens that she actually starts liking the robot for real, naming him One Night A. She has a best friend who is secretly in love with her. So here it starts the strange adventures of these two people.